There was a study that was run to try to like quantify the what is the Christmas spirit. It was a goodwill general. You know what? Let's scratch all this because I don't remember the exact same thing.
I really think you should leave that in, Dan.
You make me so angry. So now I'm the only one in Christmas spirit. I see how you guys do me. This whole thing was a setup. Whoppa! And we're back. Christmas. You gotta do that one time, Chuck. You gotta do that where the ball shakes. Does it move?
Give it a shimmy. Give it a shimmy.
It doesn't wiggle.
No, that's a step one.
Like hanging.
That's a
it's a stiffy. You got
a
stiffy.
stiffy. There we go.
Because you can't see it, I just want to show you.
It's not cold enough.
It's Home Alone.
Oh God! Come on. Mine is Krampus.
I like that.
The real Santa.
Mm-hmm. Sounds tight. And you have the Declaration of Inebriation.
Oh yeah.
Hey! Quick, does anybody have any dandruff where they can go like this and give us some snow? No?
Are you checking out?
No. Almost. Woo! Christmas. It's snowing up in here in the NASS house.
Oh, here you go. Look.
And they say it doesn't snow in California.
Exactly, in Los Angeles. There we go. Yeah, don't waste them. I know you're going to eat them later.
Damn it. I'll eat the one.
Welcome back to Not a Strong Start, movie podcast by filmmakers who talk television, movies, switch it up on you guys, and wear very stiff ball caps. Where we want to see it jiggle, but it doesn't quite. It's a little too stiff.
Damn it, man. You need to return it. Tell them there's not enough jiggle in that hat.
There's not enough jiggle in that wiggle. I am your host, Missile Hose.
I am Jose, a.k.a. Ho-Ho MFers.
I'm Jack Hoff Frost. I didn't come up with that.
But you are sure using it. On that note, guys, so for this week's episode, we're going to go into Christmas. What makes a good Christmas movie? Because we've had so many of the great debates, right? Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? We're here to help answer and solve all of those questions. We're gonna hold on. We're gonna give you the certified patented NASS Christmas checklist. As long as a movie hits at least what do we say? 8 out of 10 of these?
8. I think 80%. That's good.
As long as you pass, you're definitely gonna sit there and call this a Christmas movie. So first, let's hit them with the current events.
All right. Current event. So this actually is related to something that we discussed months ago, but Legendary Pictures did end up leaving Warner Brothers, and they recently signed on with Sony. So now they're going to be distributing through Sony Pictures, except for the Godzilla, Kong, and Dune. But everything else is going to go through Sony. So their partnership with Discovery Warner has dissipated after everything that happened during the pandemic.
I used to get so amped up for Legendary Pictures when I used to see in the 90s and the early 2000s.
You see that logo coming up, Legendary Pictures.
Because it's like a good like B-level movie. Wasn't it? It was like, yeah, this is going to have fun watching it. I mean, what have they done lately? Legendary. They've done good stuff, right?
You had the Godzillas, you had Dune. Yep. They were the ones behind the Nolan trilogy. Yeah, so they've done some big stuff. And part of the reason they're leaving Warner Brothers because of Warner's decision during the pandemic of sending all these things to streaming, including 2 of their movies. So they want their stuff, especially to be theatrical releases. Mm-hmm. And Sony it seems to be like the only company that's not doing their own streaming service.
Which is kind of weird, isn't it? I mean, I guess the best bet is to partner up with somebody, but yeah.
So what does that mean for our viewers?
For viewers, it means that now a lot of those Legendary Pictures most likely are going to stick to theaters upon release, and now they're going to be going out through Sony. That's the only thing that really changes. With Warner Brothers Discovery, there was always the possibility that it might go straight to HBO Max. like they did with some of those movies. So that honestly, I think that's probably the main difference because they're going from one big company to another big company.
So, okay, is it going to affect anything creatively as far as we know, or is this just like distribution?
At this point in time, no. From what I was reading, it looks like it's just distribution right now.
Okay.
They left the door open to collaborating in the future and maybe doing some co-funding between Sony and them. But for right now, it looks like they're still going to do their projects, and then Sony's going to help get it out there.
Got it. So for our audience members, distribution would just be the actual act of getting your movie out there, whether by streaming service or movie theaters. However, we as the audience get to experience that. So in terms of creatively, I mean, I guess it doesn't really make a major difference. If you're like a major moviegoer, it just gives you a better possibility, I guess, of watching the movie in a movie theater, right? I skip out on a lot of movies lately. Ever since the pandemic hit, it's like they weren't being released at all in movie theaters. Now I wait like a couple weeks and the stuff's on streaming.
I think on the big picture scale, though, I think beyond just this situation is like I feel this continues the summer or the year of bad news for WB. This is a major partnership for them to lose. So does this open it up? Do you guys think open it up for maybe other partnerships to kind of dissipate or go their own way, or at least reduce in their partnership with WB?
I can neither confirm nor deny without my lawyer present.
And your lawyer is Missile Hose. So I'm here speaking for my client here, Mr. Jack Hoff Frost. And he's going to say that it doesn't really influence or affect his life in the slightest. He doesn't really care. Is that pretty safe to say?
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. One way or another, that ball is gonna shake. Oh, I wanted to curse so bad right there, but I'm not going to. It's a Christmas special.
Yeah, speak to my mouthpiece. He represents me.
Chuck's like, straight to theater or straight to streaming, doesn't matter. I'll still leave halfway.
And he's still gonna end up on his Apple iWatch.
I'm still gonna watch it on my Apple Watch. I'm like, nope.
You can step away from your watch. I'm good. All right, guys. So in this week's episode, again, we want to break down the main checklist. So we felt like we compiled a bunch of answers from all of the people of NASS, and we kind of compiled the best 10 list of what we feel each Christmas movie needs. As long as you check off 8 out of 10 of those, congratulations, it's a classified Christmas movie. If not, then what do we call it, Chuck?
Bullshit.
Exactly. See? That's easy. That's easy to bleep out. We're good with that one. All right. So, Jose, is there anything you want to preface before we go into these things?
I would like to preface something.
Okay.
I had a few things that I added to the list that didn't make the cut. So I just want you guys to know that this list is under protest by me, but I'll go along with it for the sake of the show and our friendship.
Yeah. Well, what we could do, Chuck, is at the end of this cumulative list, any of yours that didn't make it, which actually there was one that got completely cut off.
Just one.
We can do a what do they call it? An honorary mention.
You cut off mistletoe. How the?
No, I added it. We had Christmas decorations. That's a Christmas decoration.
All right.
So it's
I feel like
there.
a mistletoe is like very like Christmas decorations are a bunch of stuff. Mistletoe is very specific. Like it's very like it's a mistletoe. Yeah. Look at
these hoes ain't loyal.
You guys are just drinking like, oh, I think he got us.
On to the next.
I feel every December, any movie fan is always going to get into this debate. What's a Christmas movie? What's not? Everyone has their own rules or explanations. So we formulated between NASS as a whole a list of 10 qualifiers for a Christmas movie. You guys let us know down below in the comments if you guys agree with any you guys feel you can add. With that being said, I think we should just get into it.
Perfect. And this actually already came in handy because we had just started to watch Edward Scissorhands, and we thought it was a Christmas movie. Like, oh yeah, it's a Christmas movie. There's Christmas in it. And then as I was watching it, I was like, no, it doesn't. It's not a Christmas movie. And now after having our checklist, I've come to the realization it is absolutely not a Christmas movie. As you will see, it didn't meet a lot of these criteria. So let's hit them with the very first one.
All right. Number one.
Number one, there must be Christmas Eve or Christmas Day must be present at some point in this movie. Here's an example. If you have people that are traveling, let's say they're going home to visit family for the holidays and they're going there for Christmas. But if they're traveling and we don't actually see Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, that's not a Christmas movie. That's a traveling movie. So we got to define, we need to physically see Christmas Eve or Christmas Day in the movie.
The question with that is, do you feel there should be a certain percentage of the movie that takes place during one of these 2 days? Let's say, for example, you have a 2-hour plus movie where maybe the first hour and a half does not take place on Christmas. In fact, it doesn't even take place the whole year. It's like taking place in the past, a little bit of summer sprinkled in and all that. And then at the end, you get into Christmas. Would you think that qualifies?
I think as long as 8 of these 10 criteria hits, I would count it. But if you're in the summer, you can't sprinkle in some of our other checks, right? You had to meet these boxes, and these are very, very specific boxes that we're about to dive in. Yes, Jack.
Okay, yeah. What if it was a rom-com, right? And it was like, let's say 500 Days of Summer. But he talks about a time in their relationship and it hits 8 of these things in a span of 15 minutes. But then the rest has nothing to do with Christmas. What say you?
Okay. It depends which ones they hit, because some of them are pretty lengthy and there's a lot of criteria about it can't just have an appearance of something. Sometimes it has to be mentioned. Jose.
Yeah, that's what I think with this one, especially. I feel the majority of the movie, so more than half of it at least, needs to take place either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. You can't give me an hour and a half of non-Christmas Day where you have everything else, and then the last 45 minutes we're like, all right, let's throw this on Christmas. I feel more than half should have to fall on one of those 2 days. You hear that? It's a Wonderful Life.
That's what I'm saying. So does that mean he doesn't qualify, or it does?
I don't. Literally in the movie, you're reliving his entire life. You see him in school, you see him in the summer, you see him all this stuff. Then at the end, it's like, all right, now we're on Christmas. So I don't know if that one would meet this check.
Not a Christmas.
That's what I'm saying.
Just like Elf.
Wait, what did you say about Elf?
Yes, Elf is not a Christmas
Elf is not a Christmas movie. Not only is the movie stupid, but it's not a Christmas movie.
So it doesn't even live up to what it's supposed to be.
No, not at all. That movie's garbage, dude. And it's not a Christmas movie either.
Okay, so Jose says 50% of the movie needs to be on Christmas Eve or Christmas
More
Day.
than 50.
More
51?
than 50, 51%.
Yeah.
Or 50.5%.
Okay.
So, Chuck, do you agree with that? Do you second that? Do you veto it? At least 2 out of 3 of us have to say yes. You concur?
I concur.
Okay. Count it. Ching-ching. Number 2. Who wants to read us off?
Oh, wait. This is big words. Okay. A Christmas song must be sung by a character or part of the movie's soundtrack or a stupid band no one has ever heard of.
Okay. So already, I can already tell each of us 3 had one of them in there. I'm the one that said a character in the movie doesn't have to be a main character. It could be a background character. Somebody has to sing a Christmas carol or a Christmas song somewhere. And if you think about Home Alone, he goes to the church and there's a choir singing and doing that. Every movie has somebody singing something somewhere in the background.
Yeah, and then mine obviously was having a stupid band that no one has ever heard of, which is Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. It's like a 40-minute special, and a fourth of it was the intro of the song. I'm so done with that. I'm sorry. I'm so done with that stuff. I hate it. Jose, what did you think of that? Just real quick. Just real quick. Like I know we were doing stuff.
It was what it was. It's not something I stopped thinking about it as soon as it was done. During it, I was like, "This is okay," but it's not a memorable special.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, but we do concur with the second one. Like Christmas music needs to be involved, whether it's a character singing it or it's repeated through the soundtrack.
Does Die Hard have this?
They're at a Christmas party, and if I really have to look back, but is there anybody playing a piano?
No, I don't think so.
Is there at the? I don't know.
That's
I'm generally
Gun,
asking.
bro.
Yeah,
They're the only movie to monopolize piano playing.
Yeah.
That's The Pianist, dude, with Adrian Brody.
The pianist.
But do they play it as part of the soundtrack though? During the
Does it have to be
like
part of the
Christmas
soundtrack?
music?
There's
I mean, like as part of the movie score.
Yeah,
Like,
yes, it
like-
does. It does.
Yeah,
Mm,
so
yeah.
that fits this criteria.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
yes, it
Die
does.
Hard. Yes.
Cha-ching! So yes, we all say yes because we all had a hand in that comment. Cha-ching!
Yeah.
Number 3.
All
Jose,
right.
hit us.
Next one must have Christmas figures like Santa, elf, reindeer, any of those things that represent Christmas.
Okay, I felt like if this one was like a bingo card, this is the center one that everybody automatically gets because you can't have a Christmas movie without some form of a Santa hanging or a reindeer or something, right? Or are you talking about a physical Santa?
Well, I mean, it can be a mall Santa. It doesn't have to be the real
Or-
Santa, but
How about a Santa poster on the wall?
no. Like,
What if what if a terrorist
I don't know.
what if a terrorist got shot up, had a ho 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 sweater on and a Santa hat on?
Because
I thought I was gonna get an answer right there. I was
because
all-
there are some like Christmas movies that don't necessarily have a physical reindeer, a physical Santa of some sort or something, but they have a Santa Claus decorations everywhere. So I'm like, does that count? or
but I mean,
no?
it can also be someone in like costume. Someone's dressed as an elf. Someone dressed as Santa. Like
that
you
guy
know,
was
things
dressed
like
as
that.
Santa.
How about this? How about in the movie Gremlins, Phoebe Cates talks about her dad dressed as Santa that died in the chimney, but we never saw it. Does that count? Yes.
I would say yes. I would say
Okay.
yes.
So some interpretation of somebody dressed as Santa or something somewhere in this. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with it. Yes. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Yes.
Ching! All right. Number 4. Main characters must participate in a Christmas event. That could be a party, dinner, festival, and I even added church. Somewhere, somehow involved where they reference Christmas.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward because I mean, like, there needs to be again, Die Hard. Yes, there's the Christmas party.
For the viewers here, and you know what? For the fans, there are fans. For the viewers here, I'm checking off this list specifically for Die Hard because I have this conversation every year with somebody old, somebody new that I meet. Die Hard's not a Christmas movie, and I'm like,
George is saying that. He's like, it's not a Christmas movie. I'm like,
so that's what that's my plight for this episode is I'm just like, Die Hard, yep.
I will say this: I did see George's personal criteria list, and I do understand why he doesn't view it as a Christmas movie by his expectations.
so you saw a flawed ranking system and
I think
purposely
it's
held it
wrong,
away from
but
ours.
yeah.
Got it. Got it. You hear that, George? Because I know you listen.
I know you listen.
All right. So we're all yes on this one? Yes?
Yeah.
There
Pretty
needs to be
self-explanatory.
some kind of Christmas event happening to show people celebrating the holiday that this is supposed to be, whether it's a party, a festival, a dinner. Because what do people do during Christmas time? If they celebrate it, they celebrate the holiday. So there should be some kind of celebration involved
Orgy
in
or
it.
rave. Okay. Main characters must come together with friends or family at the end. He rescues Holly at the end.
Boom.
What I feel with a lot of these, you see contention or there's like issues or something between.
Contention?
Yeah,
does that
between
mean?
family member.
Too big of a word for him.
I'm gonna take that as disrespect, Jose. Watch your mouth, dude.
Hey, maybe you should learn some Spanish, and then you would understand what contention means.
God, double jab.
No, but I feel in a lot of these movies, there's like again some contention, or there's some disagreement, or some kind of separation between family, friends, loved ones, or something like that. That by the end usually gets resolved, and by the actions in the movies, they kind of get brought back or closer together by the end. So I do feel that this one fits in.
Die Hard works.
Yes, it does.
Die Hard
It
works.
always works. It's the most Christmas movie ever of all Christmas movies.
Yeah, it's the Christmas movie.
There must be a Christmas gift exchange or an attempt to get or give a gift.
Mm-hmm.
So, Chuck, yours actually got interwoven into this one because it was very similar. But yeah, what's Christmas without gifts? Whether you believe in the spirit of Christmas or the commercialization of Christmas, there's always gifts involved.
Even when you have the Grinch that just goes there to steal them, there always has to be some reference to gifts somehow, or somebody struggling to find the perfect gift for somebody.
Yeah. And that's what we put.
John McClane
get or
gave
give.
Hans Gruber a gun.
He also gave all those people freedom when he saved them.
Yeah. And we don't have to go that far. What was he carrying with him? Like we already, it's so hard. It's so hard to get airplane space between the overcharges for carry-on and what you can have in your lap, and then if you go to Spirit, you got to charge just to breathe. All right, I'm venting now. But anyway, regardless of all those situations, he uses up his airplane carry-on space for gifts, for the giant teddy bear gift that he's bringing with him.
That's right.
So right from the start, we're getting that one.
Yes.
Sounds very similar to Con Air when he has a little teddy bear that he's trying to give to his daughter.
Was it a bunny? It was a
Con
bunny.
Air Christmas
bunny.
movie. We got one check.
Bunny back the box.
Con Air, dude. Multi-genre.
Con Air is a Christmas movie.
Hey, we're all discovering this now. The family comes together at the end. So it's like, that's another check. Hey.
They sing a song in the plane, right?
Yes, they do. They
Yeah.
sing a song on the plane, yeah. And
Hell
some
yeah.
could say that it was written in December around Christmas time that the song was written.
Yeah, I think
just
it came
saying.
out on Christmas too.
Yeah. The writer actually said he wrote it when the Christmas spirit came to him.
I believe it, and no facts need to be checked. Take our word for it. All right. Next one. Let's see. There must be Christmas decorations, a wreath, a mistletoe, Christmas lights, etc. That one's another give me. I feel like everyone should. There's no Christmas movie I've ever considered a Christmas movie that never had any kind of decorations.
And that's why they were considered a Christmas movie.
Exactly, my friend. That's another give me. That's why we say 8 of these have to be checked off to be considered a Christmas movie. Okay.
Okay. So, so this was another combination of us on this one.
Yes.
So someone questions the magic of Christmas, usually a mental health worker.
Okay. So what is that last part, Chuck?
Yeah, that's on you, Chuck.
You always get like a kid or like someone like, oh, Christmas, and then the mental health worker's like, there's no Santa. Everything's people just deal with their own problems.
The Santa Claus.
Yeah.
The Santa Claus did it. The stepdad, Judge Reinhold.
They're like, there's no spirit of Christmas and holiday. It's just people realizing that they want to do the right thing, in which they probably won't. So, humbug.
That's kind of true. 364 out of the days out of the year, except for Christmas.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I feel you have to have some kind of non-believer to contrast the believers that you get in the Christmas movie, whether it's kid, an adult, or whatever, or a mental health worker. There needs to be some kind of non-believer, like Grinch, Scrooge. You have to have these characters that don't believe.
In our case, George. He doesn't believe in any of the movies that we watch and we want to like. He's the Grinch.
So this is 9. All right. Christmas must be verbally referenced at least 10 times in the movie. And we might be lowballing it a little bit here, but I feel 10's a good starter point. But it shouldn't be like they say Christmas once at the beginning and they just never refer to it. If it is Christmas, just think in our everyday life when we're handling Christmas, how many times there's a Christmas reference in our life around this time.
Mhm.
So I feel it should apply to the movies too. Like characters should be referring to Christmas.
When you say 10 Christmas, the word Christmas or 10 Christmas references?
Christmas references. So it can be the word Christmas. It can be Santa reference. Reindeer. It can be giving gifts, like just verbal reference where the characters are verbally acknowledging the time of the
terrorist shot up with Christmas hat.
Does that or jolly fat bastard?
Or ho ho ho, I have a machine gun now.
Yeah.
There you go.
Die Hard. Yes.
Because think, if it was Easter, would he be giving that line? No, he'd probably be saying like, hop, 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 I have a machine gun now. It'd probably be something completely different if it was another holiday.
Does this also mean Hustle and Flow is also partially questionable a Christmas movie?
Is the Players Club a Christmas movie? I think it is.
I think it is. See, what would you do without this list, audience? You would not be able to define and not professionally argue why these two movies are Christmas movies. So let's hit them with number 10. There is hope and cheer at the end.
Die Hard.
Yeah.
There's hope. He went there not knowing if he was going to be with his estranged wife. At the end, he rescues her from the terrorists, throws Hans Gruber off the roof or high off the building, and then they're together and they're hope. And then he has his his black friend cop, and they're also like
Carl Winslow.
Carl Winslow. Yeah, and there's hope. There's hope. So, Die Hard, Christmas
with
movie.
a vengeance.
With a vengeance? No, that's the third one, bro.
I know. It is. I just said, with a vengeance. Because you said, watch Die Hard. And I said, with a vengeance.
No. Okay, so don't watch the third one. Watch the first one, but with a vengeance.
Watch it vengefully as you watch it. Sit there with a straight angry face when you're watching it. I mean, you're going to be smiling on the inside. But you're going to look very angry, like one of those angry little dogs that's just staring.
A chihuahua?
Sure, they have those. I've also seen like the little English bulldogs. Have you seen them? They're like little gremlins, like little angry things, and like, why are you so mad? Like, you're a tiny little thing. Why are you so mad?
That's why they're a tiny little thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's why Minnie's mad all the time.
God, everybody's getting burned. This is a NASS Christmas. We're handing out burns to everybody.
Yeah, it's Christmas time. Everyone gets a gift.
We're serving a Christmas roast for everyone.
That's it. Don't speak up, Marie or Kevin. You guys are getting it next.
That one fits. I feel with a lot of these, pretty much all the ones we consider Christmas movie, regardless of what happens throughout, at the end, there is some kind of hope, cheer, sort of a happy ending. Even Krampus had some hope and cheer at the end.
Did it?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, for Krampus.
Yeah. Oh, for Krampus.
Yeah. We just said cheer. We didn't say the protagonist had a win at the end.
Yeah, I didn't say who it was.
I like
someone's going to be
happy. Good. I like that.
It is good.
Yeah. It's better than Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. That's for sure. Yeah.
What's some things that should be in every Christmas movie?
Kevin Bacon.
He should be.
Kevin Bacon should be.
Somebody should deep throat a candy cane. A very large, comically large candy cane.
Instead of kissing at the mistletoe, they should bang. No matter who it is, even if they're family members.
That's another bingo automatic check card.
I feel every Christmas movie should have a story about a parent dying in a Christmas accident, preferably through a chimney. Like I feel that That should be included in all Christmas movies.
Yes. Somebody's pet cat should die in a gruesome fashion at some point. That screams Christmas. Either they're being cooked in an oven or they're getting eaten by a ferocious little gremlin. Your call.
Oh, and then the cat can be buried in a Christmas tree lot and then come back to life with Christmas spirit.
There you go. And then he gets the whole family that was so sad to celebrate Christmas again. This
and
is
then
good.
it'll still be better than Pet Cemetery.
Boo. Oh, you know what's funny? My buddy in high school, he had like this German Shepherd dog. I think his name was Bingo or something.
Okay.
And on Christmas Day, they woke up and his dog was dead.
Oh, Jesus. Well, his story fits our new
that
updated
fits
checklist. Why are you so joyful of this? Why is it so happy for you? Did you point and laugh?
I
think I did.
He's cackling.
Every time he's like, "Do my dog died?" I go, "Whose dog dies on Christmas Day, dude?" I was like, "Of course that would happen to you."
It'd be funny if you had a onesie on with footsies and you're like, "Who dies anymore?" Your feet are just.
I was all bingo.
It was funny because you guys mentioned earlier we were talking about the non-believers and all that stuff. It ruins everything. So when I was a kid, I think I was in like second grade at this point. I didn't really believe in Santa at this point. I've come to the realization this guy isn't real.
And then you got touched by Santa at the mall.
What? No, never went to a mall Santa. Not really a thing. But
I mean, what are those guys doing all year long? You know what I mean?
Can I finish my story?
What the hell are these guys? All right, go ahead.
What the hell are these guys? What are they doing the rest of the time?
Let me pause your story and let's bring this to like molestation. I feel like that's a better topic.
Like, who are mall Santas? Like, what are you doing all year long, dude?
How do you sign up for that? And what does the audition look like? You just show up and they just look and say, "Hey, look at Santa. You're good."
Yeah, like, are you also the Easter Bunny? Like, what are you, like, you know?
They cover everything. Yeah. They're leprechauns during St. Patrick's Day. They're Uncle Sam during Independence Day. Chuck's like, we've been doing too well. We really need that flag. And there's our flag.
Sorry, continue, Jose.
No, so I was a kid. I think it was like second grade, so I didn't really believe in Santa or stuff. I remember one of those nights I wasn't sleeping and I heard noise coming from like the third floor. So like I woke up and I'm looking and I see the parents bringing down these large bags of gifts from like the attic area and bringing it down, putting it under the tree. So I was like, oh, they did the gifts. There's no Santa. I knew it. So of course the next morning, you know, I had to spread the truth. I had to spread the truth to all the other children that are involved here. And be like, that wasn't Santa. You know, that was them. I saw the cat.
Jesus.
Needless to say, the adults did not take that very well. And I had all my gifts taken away for about a week. And I never got to play with my gifts for a week as punishment for ruining Santa for all the kids that were there.
See, you fall into number 7, someone who questions the magic of Christmas, usually a future mental health worker.
They needed to know the truth.
By crushing their Christmas spirits.
I like how Jose, when telling his story, it kind of sounds like he still didn't know Santa didn't exist.
Like he just needed like affirmation, yeah. Like right. He doesn't exist, right?
Like
right?
I knew it. I mean, I didn't know for sure, but
the look on your face told me it did.
There's always those doubts, but you know, they sealed that.
Idiots.
I bet they're thanking me now, though.
Yeah. While they're freaking some alley shooting up heroin, cutting themselves.
Hanging out with Bingo.
Yeah, bingo.
Bingo. All right, guys. Let's hit them. What's on the queue? What is a good Christmas movie that hits all of these criteria that meets the NASS certified Christmas movie?
I feel I'm gonna throw this one in just because it's not a common one. I feel a lot of the common ones everyone's already seen, but I'm gonna throw in 8-Bit Christmas. It's with Neil Patrick Harris, and it's a story about his adventure as a kid trying to get the original Nintendo after it had come out.
I never seen it.
I never even heard of it.
What is it on Netflix?
Honestly,
Hulu?
I have no
Amazon?
idea.
Apple TV Plus.
It's on one of those things. I don't
Paramount.
remember where I saw it, but it's out there. It's
Peacocks?
called 8-Bit Christmas. Yeah.
Stars Plus. Yeah, that's it.
There's one more. I
What do you got?
pick. Shoot. Sorry, I was trying to think of that other streaming service. I mean,
Showtime?
not HBO Max.
We said that.
Did we? Dang. HBO Go?
Skinamax.
Yeah, we said that one.
We didn't say Skinamax.
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did. Review the tape.
Whoa! Look at the results. Those results are crazy.
Damn. See, I don't want to say Die Hard because we talked about it the whole time. Krampus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's, I mean, because we all love horror and it's Christmas. Like, I love that movie. It's cute.
Yeah, it's cute. I'm gonna go with the movie Just Friends. I love Just Friends.
Oh, that's a good one.
Love it, man. Ryan Reynolds, great in it. Anyways, I'm gonna cut that part out. It's a really good movie. Tupac, yes. Tupac's in it. Tupac's in it and does a masterful job of great acting we've ever seen from Tupac Shakur. But really good movie. Loved it. So, any other Christmas stuff you guys want to say before we close this out?
Ho, ho, ho.
Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Yes.
Happy
And we're going to have
Hanukkah.
more.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Having said that, you can watch another possible Christmas episode from us. Watch, like, subscribe, comment on our YouTube channel, Not a Strong Start. Listen to us to anywhere we listen to your podcast. Pretty much. I'm your host, Missile Hose. Follow me at King_Sangre.
And I would also like to point out, make sure you're on the lookout for our off-topic episode where they'll be debating specifically if certain movies should fit the Christmas movie criteria or not. So be on the lookout. That should be coming out soon.
A
And
lot of
this
master debaters on that one.
Ho, 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 MFers. You can find me at This Is Me Normally.
Hey, I like the whole like radio
MFers.
show you got going. Hey.
Yeah, I'm Jack Hoff Frost, and you can find me at Chad Radwell 12. I'm your host. Thank you for watching another episode of Not a Strong Start. Like, comment, subscribe, share.
And they can follow us on which social media platforms?
All of them.
Except Facebook or anything else that we don't utilize.
Except Facebook or TikTok.
None of
You
that.
can find us on Skinamax.
You can find us on Skinamax.
Chuck,
Bingo!
Chuck, you gotta send us off on a wiggle. You gotta send us off on a wiggle.
But this time, make it wiggle. That ball don't wiggle. It folds.
This will send bingo.